Hi everyone, so this segment I'm gonna talk about how I cured my eczema. So I've been living in LA for a long time, and I noticed I had these really dry, hard patches right next to my ankle, like my legs are like this. It's like right on the outside of my ankle, and it started out just being itchy, and I started scratching it, and then I think I scratch it at night when I'm like unconscious. And then I started noticing like the white patches started to become like a darker patch, and then it started to like form like a hard shell. So I went to see a doctor in Beverly Hills, and it's like a dermatologist, and they were so expensive. I think everything added up together. I actually had really good health insurance by a really good .com. So even with the really good health insurance, I pay like the visit cost, doctor cost. Like they gave me some their own like lotion to put on, and like I went there 2 trips. I did see a little bit of improvement, and it cost me about $600, 600 US dollars. And I just like, so I couldn't keep up with the cost, and then I went to like a normal family doctor. I think they just prescribe like a normal, they just kind of look at you for not even like 10 seconds. And even the dermatologist, like they look at you for probably 30 seconds, the one in Beverly Hills. And I just felt like no one can really give me confidence that they can cure my eczema. They all say, oh, try this and see how it works, right? So I came to type 1, and my mom told me that medical costs here are so cheap. Like, I went to the emergency room, it was like $30 US dollars. I didn't have insurance, I just went in. And so when I went to see like a dermatologist, the first one I went, supposedly kind of famous, it was pretty cheap too. It was like $10 to see him. And he looked at me and said, oh, you have no cure. You're doomed. You just hopefully it just won't spread. So he said it's just formed of, so there's different types of eczema. So the one I have is called like, I don't know what it's called officially in English, but it's like, in Chinese it's called like, 饺子化, and then like, and it forms like a hard shell, and they call it like kind of like a shell of a turtle. And so this first dermatologist freaked me out, and I was like, oh my god, I feel so sad. But it was like a kind of like a patch like this, this size. And then I told my mom, she's like, what? That's sad. There's no cure? And then she's like, well, let me take you to another really good doctor that I know is the best. And she actually got like some of her marks, I don't know if it's called beauty marks or age marks, like kind of lasered out by this really famous doctor, and they called it Changgen Yinyuan. It was like kind of like a famous hospital, and because their dermatologist was so famous, they started branching out into like plastic surgery, or like they do like what do you call those, like double lid surgery. So this doctor saw me, and he looked at it, he's like, here, all you need is apply this. You just need to apply it for 2 months and you're going to be good. Okay. And I was like, what? Compared to the previous doctor that I saw, it was like, both in Taipei, total opposite reaction. I was, one's like, you have no cure, you're doomed, and just hope you won't spread. And the other one's like, yeah, just use this in two bottles and you'll be done. You'll be fine. I thought this would be so expensive. This is called Salinse Ointment. Oops, sorry, I got it off. Salinse Ointment. And this, I thought it was going to be expensive. You know how much it costs? It's like less than 200 NT, which is like $7 US. And I was like, why didn't any doctor like prescribe this to me when I was in the States? And here, you don't even need prescription. You just go into like a regular pharmaceutical, and you just say, I want this, but don't say English name. They won't know. You have to say the Chinese name, Salicylic, and go in. And it actually just writes down, well, the Chinese version. It actually writes down the symptoms. Like, I have this. Like, it says 角花子, which is like your skin kind of forms like a hard shell. The other ones I can't really understand the English. I mean the Chinese part. And you just use this twice a day. I 1 or twice a day. I use it usually at night or you know, when I'm in my room. And the doctor said I needed 2 bottles of this. Actually I'm on my 4th one, and I can see, like, after the first month I can see significant improvement, and when I was on the 2nd bottle I knew that I was going to get better. Now I'm at 4th bottle. I wasn't really very disciplined now to put it on all the time, but you will see improvement. But make sure you have the same kind of eczema as I do. The eczema I have in LA, I don't think they have it here because this is so humid and moist, and I'm not going to make a Chinese version of this video because I don't think people in Asia would have this problem. But if you're living in California and it's really dry, or somewhere really dry, and you have eczema and you're spending like hundreds or thousands of dollars, fly to Taiwan. The plane tickets from LA to here is like $900 depending on the season, and like I spent Beverly Hills like, you know, $600. That's not even including the parking tickets I get driving around Beverly Hills. And come here for like 2 weeks for vacation. Go see a doctor for like $10 and buy this for $7. You can have a vacation and hang around and eat all the really good Chinese food, and then you could fix your eczema. Just make sure you buy like a lot of bottles, a lot of this. I'm not really sure if you can take this kind of medication back to the US or whatever country you're from. Just make sure that it's not illegal. I mean, here it's like over the counter. Like, I don't know if this is over the counter in the States. And then, or if it's a different name, just make sure the ingredients is the right percentage. Because when I was going to all the pharmacists here, like, I was telling they're Chinese, and they're like, oh, I'm not really sure what it is. And I just show them the ingredient and make sure they have the percentage and the ratio correctly. And that's it. So hopefully this video helps, and if you really like my video, give me a thumbs up and then subscribe below. And the products here are things I will be talking about in the next videos or previous videos. So if you're curious about it, check it out. It's usually Korean, Japanese, and American products, and I have products all over the world, and usually I would include links so you can get it also. Yeah, and comment below if you have other types of eczema and you're wondering how to cure it, and maybe I can figure it out, because this dermatologist in Tonganga is like crazy good. Like, I'm sure like one of my mom's friend probably had some kind of problem that you guys are experiencing, and they probably already, because my mom recommended this doctor to everybody in Taipei that's having any kind of skin problems. So I'll probably figure it out. Okay, so comment below and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!